morning. I have an exciting thing for you today. You don't even need a pen or pencil for this lesson because there's no exercises to do. You might want one just to jot some notes down if you take notes, but this lesson is just lists and lists of different kinds of verbs and in their different senses. Most of these are going to be very simple. There's a list at the end that's going to be a little bit different, where they have the verbs are different depending on how you use them. All right, so here's our list of linking verbs. These we know: am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been. These were the new ones that we added the other day. These are the ones that can be either or, generally. Taste, feel, smell, sound, look, prove, grow, remain, appear, stay, become, and sing. All right, so this is telling us present tense, means it's happening right now. I taste, I become, I feel. In the past, you just add the ed to it, or sometimes you change. You know, the words sometimes have to change. Okay, the past participle, we did this yesterday. The past participle is it's the perfect, let's see, it's the perfect, what was it? I don't want to say it to you wrong. It's the perfect past, which, remember, for perfect past, you have to use the words have, or the helping words have or had. Okay? Now, with the past participle, you have to think have or had, but you don't have to put them. That's why these are all in parentheses, because they don't have to be there. But that's why they get the past participle being actually the perfect past, but without the helping verbs, if that makes sense. Okay, now let's look at some common irregular verbs. Now, this is the present, this is the past, and this is the past participle. Okay, now this says same, present, past, past participle. I don't really know, it doesn't really give me anything to go on in the teacher book, but I'm thinking that this means that the words don't change. So from the present to the past, they're the same. Okay, so you have beat, beat. Or it says it could be beat, beat, and beaten. You can also use beaten. Here we have burst, burst, burst. They're the same. Cause, cause, cause. Cut, cut, cut. So these are just the same past, present, past, and past participle. Now, these are the same past and past participle. Bend, bent, and bent. These were the ones like we did yesterday. Send, sent, and sent. Meet, met, met. Bring, brought, brought. Okay? Keeps going on and on. We'll have y'all just read through them a little bit. Now, these are different. These are the ones that kind of have to be changed. Okay. Awake, awoke, awoken. These on this side, these odd words are going to be the ones that you will miss the most. And I say that not because I think you're going to miss them, but almost every child misses these. And the reason why is because we live in Texas and we don't talk this way. But this is correct. So just remember these here. But if you in your mind, before you say awoken, say have or had. Okay? I had awoken the dog. Now, you probably are saying, that sounds dumb, but it's correct. And a lot of times I tell my kids, if it sounds dumb, then it's probably correct, but because we don't talk like this here. So, have or had, hidden. Have or had, frozen. Have or had, taken. You wouldn't say have took. You would just say took. Okay, so let's say a sentence with these. Okay, so let's see, I will take my test, or I take my test. That would be present. I take my test. I took my test. I had taken my test already, or I have taken my test already. Okay, so let's do written. Written is one of those that a lot of people miss as well. So is this one. So I write my story. I wrote my story. I have written my story. A lot of people want to say I have wrote it. To me that sounds odd, but that's how a lot of people want to say. This one here is a big one. There's another one I think up here. I don't know if it's, I don't see it. Begun, maybe it may be down here. Drunk, begun, shrunk, swum. I mean, how often do you say swum? But it's correct. Lame, this one I get wrong all the time. Okay, so for instance, let's use begun. Okay, I begin to study. I began to study. I have begun to study. Okay, let's use drunk. Okay, I drink milk. I drank milk. I have drunk milk. Now, if you wrote this down, you probably would have written, I have drank milk. But it's have drunk. Okay, same thing with swum. I mean, this one just blows me out of the field. So I swim, I swam, I have swum. So just keep that in mind. All right, so anyway, so that's what you need to do for this, is just to kind of look over these words. And I say especially these. By far, you don't have any of these are memorized, but just become familiar with how the words conjugate. Okay? Pardon me, that's all for today.